All right, so we are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's evening right here where we are, and kind of a bit dark, but not too dark, not completely dark. I believe you guys can see my face and you can see our faces, right? So, okay, all right. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this session again. Here we are in Ascent once again. So, like you all know, this is your go-to for onboarding in tech. Anyone who wants to come on board in tech, you want to learn a tech skill, we're thinking about where can I start that you've been. So we've been we're able to put through. Okay, so that is the reason why we are having this session every Thursday by 7 p.m. West African time. We come here to discuss real life scenarios, real life challenges, and real life solution that you need to apply as a beginner to get started in tech. What makes up for your progress, right? So people start, and oftentimes they don't make progress. They see themselves repeatedly making some mistakes. They see themselves trying to set things times doesn't work out, right? So we are here again live to discuss an amazing topic for today's session, and I know you guys are really, really excited to have.
Hello everyone. Sorry, please just give him some few minutes. I think he went his network, maybe probably a glitchy network. So let's give him like 5 minutes to join. Sorry, it seems your network went off. We can't hear you. Okay, I think I can hear you now.
Man, I think I was kicked out of the whole stuff, but I'm really sorry.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Man, I feel it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so I apologize to everyone. I apologize to everyone. Guys, see, it's not my fault, right? So
No,
I
it
was just
happens.
kicked
It
out.
happens.
Yeah, it happens, right? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, guys. So please, if you can hear me, we are back, and I believe you can hear me. So if you can hear me, there are not so much persons connected. I believe the network also disturbed them, and maybe they disconnected. So if you can hear
Most
me, please,
probably.
guys, can you just type that you can hear me? If you can hear me, I believe everyone can hear me right now. So really sorry about what happened. So as I was saying, I was trying to welcome you all to what we do here, trying to remind you that this is where you get it. This is about to happen again. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can't hear you.
Doing it myself.
Okay, I can hear you now. No, I
Hello,
can
can you
hear
hear
you
me?
now. I can hear you now. Sorry about that.
This is this is very to take a while to settle down. However, this network is very bad.
I'll manage it like that. It's a Nigerian problem,
Eh,
not your fault.
Man, they mean me today. I'm telling
It's
you.
part of the process. It's one of those things. We're used to it, so
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. It was never been this bad before. Like we've been having it, but kind of became.
Sorry about that. I guess it's his network. So let's just hold on a bit for him. Probably in the next 2 to 3 minutes, it will be sorted. All right. Thank you, Canton. Please just give him some few minutes. Okay, he's back.
Guys,
So
so
sorry about that.
guys, yeah, man, I don't want to bother about it again, so I'm fine. So thank you everybody for joining. Everyone staying here with us, still listening, still connected. You are our strong supporter, not internet is not supporting us right now. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. So we are going to go deep. We are like 24 minutes late, and I sincerely apologize for that delay. Right. So wherever you are connected, we're happy to have you here. If you are if you are bold about it, please come to the comment section and say your name. Like nothing will happen, right? So we want to hear your name, hear where you are connecting from. uh yeah, so let's just go deep straight up into what we have for today. My name is Prince Yusomaga, and I'm your host for this session. I've always been your host for Ascend, and so many persons have been coming around, so many amazing guys have been coming around to tell us one or two things about the experience, and we've always shared our knowledge, and we shared our experiences to help you, to help beginners to set the right direction, to set them in the right pace, in the right process. So one of the sessions we discussed that starting is not just the only thing, but starting the right way. So there is a way you start everything. There is an approach to everything. You don't just do things because you want to do things. You don't just do things the way you want to do them, right? So, and this is one of the sessions that you will be hearing that very process of starting and the best way to apply things and make it happen. So, I also want to bring to your notice that our our core purpose for this session is to help you gain speed in your ascension, in your skill ascension and your skill acquisition. And all through this period, we've been going through getting experts to come and share their knowledge with us, experts to come and share the experiences. And today, we also have another expert today who will come in to share her experience over the years in design. Okay, so I can't really say enough about her, right? So she's here. This is your first of meeting her. When I was trying to introduce her on LinkedIn, I at a point I just had to say and more, because she's many things. She has a whole lot of skill and experience, right? So I'll allow her to introduce herself. But one thing is that her name is Joy Buba, right? That's her name, and she's an expert tech enthusiast. She's a tech expert and your design. Okay, that's a big deal. You don't know what it means when you see that word founder in anybody's portfolio. That's a whole lot. That's like you are having people's problem on your head. So, man, so what happened is that I will give Joy the chance to introduce herself and tell us about her brand as well. Let us know what she's doing in her brand and so many other brands that she's representing. So,
All right.
thank you, Joy, for joining us today. We're happy.
Same here. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate the privilege to speak with you all today. My name is Joy Buba, and there's not so much about me, all this big grammar. So, yes, I'm a founder and also a CEO of Innovatrix Teams, where we offer service design. I've also founded Bold Founders Africa, where we try to sell out Africa generally as a whole, not just Nigeria, because we are super talented in Africa, and I think most of our skill sets are hidden. So I feel it's something we all as Africans, the whole West Africa, all the 16 countries under West Africa should come together and let's sell tech as a whole. We all have a lot. So that's it about me. And most importantly, I'm a UI UX designer, although I'm a medical student. Okay.
Okay, okay. All right. I think she's trying to stay humble, but it's fine for now. So let's just continue and you'll find out more about her. So when she starts talking, when she starts giving you the experience, many things you find out. So she doesn't want to say a whole lot. And I understand, I perfectly understand that. Okay. So thank you so much, Joy, for joining us, and we are happy
It's
to
my
have you.
pleasure.
Yeah, we're happy to hear from you and to learn a whole lot from you today. Okay, so guys, I want to say good evening again. I think someone dropped a comment. Okay, that's Cartoon Wiki. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name very well. You're joining us from Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you so much. We are super happy to have you here. So many persons join us from different parts of Africa and different parts of the world, and we really appreciate you coming here to hear what we have to say and also to drop your comment as well. So others, please feel free to drop your comment in this session. Don't be shy about it. And if you have any question, please drop, especially with design question. Okay, I'm a software engineer, so I don't do UI UX design. Okay, and not just that I'm a software engineer, I'm a back-end engineer, right? So I'm kind of a bit far from design. I only follow designs, right? So but I love them when they look good. I love them so much, right? Well, I can't make them myself. I don't know how to do them. Sometimes combining colors is a whole lot. One of the days that someone insulted me so much because I tried doing designs myself. Okay, so it ended up as an insult. So I made up my mind not gonna do it again. So I don't know how to combine colors so well, nations, but it cannot come from me. It cannot come from me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Big Bullish. Thank you so much. Big Bullish is connecting from Enugu. Big Bullish, you're welcome. So guys, so we all have our strength, and I must accept the fact that I'm not strong in that area. So if you have any question, don't bring it to me. This is her right here in this session. So drop your question that so that she can address them. If you have a thing for design, product design, UI UX design, this is your time. Bring your question and drop them in the comment section. Before we end the session, I would believe that she's going to do justice to your questions. Okay, so a bit of a background. So we are all welcome to today's session. This is our Ascent session. It happens live on YouTube, 7 p.m. West African time every Thursday. Okay. So now let me ask you, have you ever opened an app and within a second you just got frustrated because you couldn't figure out where to click, what to click, or maybe it was just looking confusing, right? Okay, maybe most times maybe it was a government website or maybe a bank app, but government websites I've had that experience before. Okay, most of them don't care about user experience, but let me not go there. Or a bank app, or maybe or a school portal. Yeah, school portals do give that kind of experience as well here in Nigeria. Okay, so compare that to the smooth joy of using WhatsApp, for instance. One of the reasons why you use WhatsApp is not because you find WhatsApp entertaining. It's because of how you enjoy the interface and you enjoy the experience you have when you're using them. Or maybe you're using, let's say, Instagram, okay, where everything feels natural and almost like the app knows what you want. Your fingers move on its own to some section to my status on WhatsApp without necessarily looking at where status is to click it. It just feels like natural experience for me. Okay. So the difference is not a magic, it is UI UX design. Okay. So that's the reason why some apps feel like stressful, while others feel like home. And today we are breaking it down into the simplest. Okay, in the simplest form, the simplest, most practical way, so that you as a beginner can understand how apps and websites are built to both look beautiful and easy to use. All right, so most people focus on the beauty, but the beauty is not just all. A beautiful application can be terrible because it's not easy to use, it's not flexible, it's not welcoming, it's not homely, right? So uh we have an amazing speaker here who is an expert in the industry. So just sit tight and listen to what she has to say. Okay. So before we dive deeper, let me ask this question. Let's start from the very beginning. Okay. For someone who has never heard the term before, maybe some person have not heard UI UX, is like they don't know what UI UX entails, they don't know what it means, right? So how would you explain like UI UX in a simple term. Okay, so please, Joy, how do you explain UI UX in the simplest term to a beginner?
Okay, for a beginner, I would say first UI means user interface, while UX means user experience. So the interface, just like he mentioned, opening most bank apps and government apps, and you just find out that it is not the interface, probably sliding from this screen to the next screen. You can't navigate easily. That has to do with the interface. The looks of what it look like. If this app, we have people who have eyesight problem, and probably you enter, the fonts are small, you can't navigate through, you cannot see icons to say, okay, this is the home button, this is back. That has to do with the interface. While for experience has to do with how you feel while using this app. Some apps are so frustrating when it comes to using. If you want to use this app, maybe just like I mentioned, people with eyesight problem, there are some apps they cannot use because the fonts are small, while some has to do with color blending. Some the icons are not even relating to the button that they are supposed to click. That has to do with the experience. How you feel has to do with user experience. And how you navigate through the app is has to do with the interface. That's the difference. For someone who is just starting, that's the easiest way I can explain what it means.
All right, thank you so much. So you have seen it, so simple and straightforward, no so much jargon. Okay, so this is not like your university classroom where we are giving you a lot of jargon to make you impress you. Of course, we have those big grammar, right? We can bring them up, but just to make you feel at home, so to make you feel, uh, you know, uh, impressed about what you're about to do. Because most of the time, you want to start a tech career, and the problem you are having is the basis. Some persons you don't have the basic foundation, the basic understanding of what you are going into. Just imagine you are trying to do UI UX and you don't have this understanding of what she just said about user experience, how people feel. You are literally molding people's emotion. You're literally molding people's psychology about the app. Everything that will happen from the day they will want to use the app again is defined by a UI UX designer, not just the back end engineer at the back or the front end engineer. The back end engineer, the front end engineer, the software engineers, they may build amazing products. But if the UI guide or the UX person does not present it in a smooth experience with a smooth experience to the users, they will not exploit it. I've seen very good applications, secured applications, and I never wanted to use. Some of them started from authentication. Okay, like they throw me off and on. I want to do authentication, that throwing me out, throwing me in. Like I don't feel happy doing it again. I will just leave. Some can happen with a long form. You just look at the registration form, it's too long. You leave it and you go. You quit registering. Yes, it happens. These are things that we need to put into consideration and look at, because it happens. And from there you can see the difference why an application can be doing well, and then maybe when they change their design, it starts losing customers. A business starts losing customers because they change design. It's not about the beauty. People look at beauty alone. It's not about beauty. There are so many unspoken words about what people experience when they are using your application. Many of them will not get back to you and say, okay, this is what we are feeling, right? And then you may be looking at your engineers thinking that it's from the engineer, not from the engineer, from the designer. You need to change your design. It's not user friendly. It's not giving a nice experience to people, right? So thank you so much, Joy, for striking that very important point. Experience, emotion, the navigation, how you are navigating from one place to the other, how they are taking you from one place to the other, right? So yeah, we'll dive deeper so you also understand some of these things in a more natural and basic way. Okay, so one thing again that has been repeatedly, like I've been getting them often in from beginners or people who want to start any career at all, is about the requirements, right? So in one of our sessions, we discussed what are the core requirements of starting a tech career. And one of the focus we had was, trying to demystify or debunk the fact that having a degree is not a core requirement, though it can help you out. It can make your experience and your communication and other things better, but it's not like a core requirement that you must have before you start a tech career. So beginners do have so many misconceptions about a particular aspect of tech, right? Especially if they've had maybe an initial knowledge or experience about an area of tech. For instance, people see tech as just software engineering. You are writing code. That's what tech is about. Okay, but that's not everything about tech. So there are some misconceptions around UI UX design. I'll just say one, and we can look into addressing some of them. One of them is that people think that you must learn how to code before you can become a UI UX designer. I've met several UI UX designers who are experts doing well that never knew how to even write a single line of code. All right. So please, what are some of those misconceptions? Are there other things that you feel like you have experienced? Maybe some you experienced when you are like growing your tech career, and some that you experience now that you are an expert. There are some things that if I had known before as a software engineer, I wouldn't have taken some part. Yeah. Initially, okay, let me use myself as an example. Initially, while I was building my career, I thought that it was about how many programming languages you can write as a developer, right? So I know there's this particular 2 years of my life I can say I spent almost not doing anything reasonable, because I was just trying to learn many things. I was just trying to learn many programming languages. And after the next 3 years in my career, many of those languages I never used them, I never touched them. I only stayed with one, and that was what I used for long. Even before going to test, I used one for a long. I became very good with that one. That was when I discovered that it's not about how many programming languages you know; it's about how good you are with the one you know. How can you solve problems with the one you know? You understand? That single one that you know, people are hiring you not because of many, but because of how good you are with one. All right.
True.
So this is a very huge misconception that I had, and I got to know about it later after some years. That's terrible. You see it. So we are looking at you not making the same mistake. We don't want you to repeat the same mistake.
True.
So there are some misconceptions. Maybe someone wants to do UI UX design, and the person is going into a coding class. The person is hoping that maybe after 2 years of learning coding, I'll become an expert and start doing UI UX. I've seen it now. Coding is not bad, but that is not the right approach of entering a UI UX career. Okay, so please, what are those misconceptions? And also, is this aspect, I mean, this notion that UI UX design requires coding, is it true? And if it's not true, please tell us the right way to go about it. Oh, guys, is this from my end? Uh, Okay, I think her network is a bit bad. She'll be joining us very soon, guys. Let's be patient a bit. Okay, so while we are waiting for her to join us back, if you have any question or you have anything that you would like her to attend to in UI UX design, or maybe you have a thing for UI UX, you are looking at starting a UI UX career, you don't know how to start. So today we're going to discuss so many things. Let me tell you some of the things we'll be discussing today. We'll be discussing coding versus design. That's one of the questions she wants to, look at right now. We'll also look at uh, looks versus usability. So some persons prioritize how their website is looking, how the application is looking over, usability. So people that prefer uh, uh, having a nice, beautiful application that nobody can use. Okay, right. She's back here.
Hello.
Okay, I think. Okay, yeah,
Sorry, my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
network
We
was
can hear.
off. I just joined with my phone.
It's
I don't
fine.
know if you
It's
can hear
fine.
me. Okay,
Okay,
so what I
it's
was
open.
saying, all right. So what I was saying initially is one of the misconception that people have. Okay, initially from what you mentioned first, you said that do people need certificates or skills? You mentioned something
Yeah.
about that. Well, I have this knowledge about there's something called certificates and there's something called certificates. Most people have certificates. No, it's true. A lot of people have certificates, but they lack skills.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
very true. People just take courses online, just speak grammar. Once you go through people's LinkedIn profile, you just feel as if you've not acquired anything in life. I'm just trying to be realistic here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Intimidation. It happens on LinkedIn a lot.
Like,
Yeah.
so why that people that have these skills don't make noise about it.
Uh-huh.
That's so for the misconception part. First, let me talk about the monetization part. A lot
Mhm.
of people, once you're in tech, you're in money, you just get one remote gig that will pay you in dollars. That was the first misconception I had.
Okay.
I had this that immediately I joined tech. Next thing I'll just start making money and all of that. Secondly, design has nothing to do with coding. Even as a UI UX designer,
Mhm.
I understand the fact that you have to go through a process, design system, prototyping. There are many things you go through, but those are not coding skills.
Okay.
And I would advise anyone who wants to go into tech to first know your point of interest.
Yeah.
Tech is vast. We
Yeah.
have designers, we have marketers. Just know your own skill sets and know your strengths.
Very important.
Might be working for me, but it might not work for you.
Yeah.
People who code and they enjoy coding, while some, now they but you just feel okay, they are in money, so you want to do it. But at the end of the
Mm.
day, you are not making it. So
Mhm.
the first is to figure out your point of interest, know your strengths before
Very
you think
important.
anything in tech. Keep design aside. Not
Yeah.
necessarily just feel UI UX designers just come on LinkedIn, go on Fiverr, Upwork, you see them earning like $50 per hour, $100 per hour, and you feel okay, let me just do this. But that might not be your. And design is vast. We have graphic
Mm.
designers, we have web designers. You must not necessarily design websites. You can also make money from graphic design.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process. You
Yeah.
can start from there, and with time, the truth is, design needs time. That's one misconception I had. I felt immediately after my design class of 1, 2 months, 3 months, I should start making money. But you need to learn. There are some certain things you can't do, especially when it comes to prototyping. Every day we have new design tools. Aside even design tools, we have new designs coming up. Of recent, I saw Figma just launched one new design, glass morphism. I don't know if you saw it, polymorphism, where the
I
design
don't.
feels, you see it like
I,
water drops and all. Design is advancing.
wow.
So
Yeah.
it's a process. I advise anyone who wants to start design. One of the misconceptions: keep money aside.
Mm.
Time First, pick your interest. If it's something you have interest in, dedicate 1 full year to it. You can start from graphic design, probably design for someone, design logos and all before you go into mobile applications and web applications. That's it from me.
Wow, you made a very important point, right? But people might not understand how important this is. That you should stick with your area of interest, and yeah, forget the flowers, yeah, the attractive promises around a particular tech skill. There are hard things that you need. There are hard nuts that needs to be cracked. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you need to stay with your interests. I mentioned this in the last of our last calls. I've also tried to be a designer. I'm sorry. I've also tried to be a designer, but it didn't work out for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, one of the hardest thing was knowing the right color to choose for this. And when you give me the first color, it's as if you have made it worse because I don't know the next color to combine with that color. And the fonts, the arrangements, right? Once I tried doing graphic design, and I could remember there when I was using CorelDRAW. I tried using CorelDRAW. Okay. So when I open the board, I don't know where to. I don't know the first thing to put. So one of my friends would tell me, just write the text, type it. After typing, you can start putting your object. I said, I don't know. Sometimes I'll write the text and the whole screen will be filled up with text because man, I like writing, and it was not working out for me. I felt like frustrated. I didn't want to continue. So the reason was not because I'm not intelligent. The reason is not because I'm not proactive. I'm not good. I'm just in an entire, should I say, an entire different niche than what my interest resonates with. Okay. So, and me being there would actually frustrate me and make my journey long, right? But when I started doing coding, it was very easy for me because that was what I could resonate with. I loved all these logics, I loved mathematics, I loved a whole lot of things that had to do with coding. Okay, so yes, guys, please don't let these misconceptions affect your interest. Okay, first of all, look deep down inside of you. What are you attracted to? What do you like doing? Do you like colors? Do you like designs? Even if you like designs, what kind of designs? UI UX is not a small. Sometimes I used to pray for UI UX designers around my team because they'll come and tell you, no, 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 no. You have to remove this. You have to remove, and removing one thing affect the other. Some of them feel frustrated. Right inside my heart, I'll be praying. I say, let's. Sometimes I want to, like, I want to give a correction. I'm saying that, okay, this functionality cannot support the architecture that we have, possibly in the back end what you are designing. Yes, I know they have a design in view, they have what they want the users to see, but from the architecture on the back end, this cannot work. Can you remove it? Sometimes the kind of looks they give to me, it makes me feel
So
like I've
all
committed a crime. So,
all the designer, because
hello,
as a designer,
yeah,
every expert designer has a design system you work with. That's why before you even
okay,
start design system is the first thing you work on. That has to do with
okay,
the font, the icons. You have to
mm-hmm.
prepare a complete design system so that once you make that change, it can reflect on other screens. You just change it from the design system.
Okay.
Design is interesting.
Okay,
Interesting.
so
Just as you
now,
know,
now,
you
now, now, okay, now I'm going to ask you that question because so many people are
like,
out here looking at what you are saying, and some might feel like, how interesting is design? Why is she saying that designs are interesting? Like, what makes it interesting now? Because it means that there are patterns and there are processes and there are
yeah.
ways you need to do it, and if you miss doing it that way, you are going to struggle with it. So what's now making it interesting? What are the patterns? You are saying, okay, that we have design system, we have that and have that, and how do you make it in a way that it becomes so easy for people to work with you, right? So these principles, can you just throw more light on them and let's see if we
Okay.
can learn one or two from them?
All right, that's fine. As a designer, the first thing you should learn, aside, they make design look as if it's about shapes and text. There are text fields, That has to do with their different fonts. We have Poppins, Montserrat, and the rest of them. So you have to know what kind of app are you designing. We have fintech companies, we have education apps, edutechs, health tech, and all. So you have to have a design system to make your work easier. You can even have like a color palette. In fact, ChatGPT, AI, Grok AI, Grok has made life easy for everyone, both people coding, both designers. Just like you mentioned, you had problem with colors. Now, yes, to me, I'm someone that love designing with blue, but you might have an app that blue will not suit. You understand? And it can be challenging. You can just maybe go on ChatGPT, ask what color code do you think fits this app. You pick the color code and you try it. From there, in fact, everything now it's online. Life is easy. AI has made life easy if you
Mm.
know how to do. Because people use AI carelessly and anything they
Yeah.
like. But if
Yeah.
you know how to, it has made life easy. And just
Okay.
like I said, it still boils down to your choice of interest, your niche, and your strengths. You know, you might be
Yeah.
good at marketing, maybe SEO. You can be good. You can be a good writer. You can be someone who is good at coding. So just pick your interest. But all niches are fun and interesting. It just depends on you. And you see, something like design now, we have Canva. Most companies, most graphic designers use Canva because Canva is user friendly. We already have these templates there. Highest you twitch it to what you want. You don't necessarily have to design from scratch. You can just maybe go on Canva,
Okay.
and we even have free templates there. You must never subscribe for the pro version of it. Hello?
Oh, I think network is bad again. Just a short moment, she'll be back. So, guys, I believe you guys are following the session. Please, I also love to have feedbacks from you guys while we are waiting for her to come back and join us. It seems network is quite unfriendly this period, and we really apologize for that issue from the network. Please, can we have your questions in the comment section, your feedbacks, or anything you want us to know about? Write in the comment section. We'll attend to them just before the end of the session. Okay, so I believe we are following. She was telling us that AI is also making things easy for us. So for someone who is coming on board in UI UX, AI is a tool that you need to embrace at this period. It's also something that you need to watch out for because it's making the whole stuff very much easy and much more friendly, especially for beginners. I think I've always told people that for you, anything you are doing right now, be it UI, be it UX, be it you are developing an engineer, whatsoever, what area of tech that you are joining, right? AI is there to help you. AI is not there to replace you. Okay. And I believe when she comes online, we'll also look at that as well because people have felt intimidated with the the functions that AI can carry out right now, especially when it has to do with design as well. Some of the designs I did a design today, and I just had to call up AI and say, "Do this for me," and boom, it produced it. Okay, so that doesn't mean that graphic designers have been replaced. We also have a session here where we discussed how much AI complements graphics and designs. So if you look at one of the sessions, we have a session on design. We had, I think, 3 weeks ago. So we discussed about how much AI is impacting design and not affecting it. She's back.
Sorry, my network went off. Hello, can you hear me? This network is terrible today, but can you hear me, please? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can hear you. You're back.
Okay, sorry, my network went off.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fine.
So
It's
sorry, just
fine.
like
Let's
I was
proceed.
saying, we have
Yeah.
apps like Canva. Canva is very user friendly as a designer. I would advise even
Okay.
graphic designers, you don't necessarily have to design from scratch anymore.
Hmm.
You can go to Canva. We have templates, any kind of templates, and we have free templates there. You don't necessarily have to subscribe version of these apps. You can just go there from scratch. You already have the design. Maybe you just replace the images, the company name, the font, everything is there. It's very friendly. You can just anyone can have it on their phone. In fact, most people have it, so you don't have to pay graphic designers for little design. And from there, you build your strengths.
Wow. Wow. So I think this is also circling back to one of the conversations we had before, and I will go back to it. Thank you so much for this, bringing this up, because there are easy ways to do things, and
Sure.
when you come to, like, for instance, in software development right now, there are even far
Mm.
more far easy ways that AI can help us. AI can write code. We are not disputing it, like we're not doubting it.
Exactly.
It can write like a full code, full. It can develop websites from beginning to the end, can build it for you. All right. But there is also the bad side of it. Okay. Well, I don't want us to go there in this session. Let's just focus on designs. Let's just focus on designs. So now that we're looking at this one, for someone who has who, or possibly who is paying attention to what we are saying right now, and he has a thing, he has a plan of starting a career in as a graphic designer or as a UI UX and whatsoever kind of design the person wants to do, and seeing
Yes.
that we have AI right now of onboarding must probably changed way for someone to get started, right? So is it necessary to learn the basics more? Do you think that for someone who is starting either the person needs to learn any basics, or should the person just focus on learning how to use AI to do the job? So what is the best way, and what advice do you give to someone who to start a design career in 2025 should that person take?
Okay, yes, AI has simplified design. AI has simplified a lot of things. But to be honest, people who use AI to design, the difference is clear. You need to know the basics before you use AI. There are design principles. And if you don't know those design principles, you don't understand people's empathy. Using AI, once you just design with AI, you are not thinking far. You have to understand people's experience, their empathy. So I feel you have to have those basics, then you can simplify it using AI. Even now, yesterday, I just told Grok, I want to design this. He brought it out exactly what I want, but it wasn't looking real, you know? So you
Mm,
have to have those basics, then you apply AI to it. It will simplify it, but first, I will advise you know the basics before applying AI. Designs are advancing. Today, this is the design that might be trending. Tomorrow, there might be another phase of design now. And okay, yes, if you don't have those basics, you can't switch it. AI will just do it. ChatGPT, in fact, I noticed something. ChatGPT gives information of 2024 down to 19 something. I think it's Grok and DeepSeek that I think gives 2025 update. Just try and notice it.
mm.
So, yes. Once if you notice it, you will see that.
Wow.
So if you don't have
Wow.
those basics, you can't meet up with the trend, and you
Mm.
have to keep updating yourself every day. AI will simplify it for you, but know the basics first. It will go a long
Wow.
way.
Wow. Wow. So this is
You
very
know, among
important.
designers, there are designers.
So what's the difference?
No, that's what I'm saying. Every skill set.
Ah,
Yes, there are people now. You can meet someone now. The person will tell you, "Okay, bring the design. I'll design it for you. 50,000
oh,
naira, 100,000 naira." And you will meet someone else, and the person will be charging you in millions, and you'll be wondering what's the difference.
mhm.
In fact, once you see some interface of some apps, you can tell.
Very true.
You
Very
can tell.
true. It speaks a lot.
Exactly.
Very true. Yeah, very true. Like I've experienced that. Very true. I know what you are saying right now. I can relate with this one. That's true. So
Exactly.
there are designers and there are designers. Please build your career to become a designer. Please.
Exactly.
All right. All right. So thank you so much. So foundation is very important. The basics has not been taken away, even in design. Okay. So because ChatGPT can do design for you, it does not literally remove your ability to your creativity. Okay. So you have to
Exactly.
labor on ensuring that you hone your creativity. Okay, and you hone your skills, your basic skills, your foundational skills. So far your ability to use AI and any assistant in doing your and delivering your job effectively is actually defined by how much you understand the basics, how much you understand the foundation. Most of these AI tools, they know a lot, sometimes they lack foundational basic foundational principles, right? So they can make things look good, but if you don't have the foundation, if you don't have the basics, you will find it hard to use them to deliver effectively. All right. So thank you for this. Now, if I may ask for someone who is also starting, now that you have mentioned that the basics are very important. Okay. So
Yes.
how do you advise this person to start? What are these basic things and some of the tools that he or she can lay hands on? Right. So because our audience are more of people who are looking out for a more flexible way of starting their career, something flexible and something affordable, right? So, for some of them who are here on YouTube, we're actually looking at if we can get resources from YouTube and not pay for expensive courses, right?
Exactly.
So, courses are good, but I also don't advise people to wait until you have all the money to buy the course before you start. Okay, so instead of waiting when you don't have the cash, some of them are students, when you don't have the cash, you don't have enough money to afford a course, a big course, one of the biggest courses maybe from people like you, so or people like me. Yeah, excuse say I've had courses that I sell very expensive. So because I'm a very expensive, and I know it's not for beginners. So if you're a beginner, you come to me and say, why not make it cheaper? Yeah, it's not for beginners, it's for like experts. So before you come to that level of paying for expert courses, right? Paying for a whole lot of money, thousands of naira, hundreds of thousands to buy a course. How can the person start and what can the person start with? And what is the pattern? What's the flow like? What is transition like for someone who never had any idea of tech and then is trying to become a UI UX designer?
Okay, first, I'll use myself as an example.
Okay.
I'm a microbiology student.
Oh.
I started design when I was a student myself, and I was not able to fund for any course, you know. And this was during strike. I just did not know what to do with my life. I was just bored.
Mm,
I just decided to try something, and then I took this course. So now, let me tell you, as a designer, I'm someone that likes soft life too. So I would recommend a very simple tool, which is Figma. Figma is a very easy tool that anyone can navigate through Figma. You see the shapes there. There are apps where you can get we have Pinterest, we have Dribble. You see inspirations from there. You can pick up a design and try and redesign it on Figma. Figma is very, very easy to use. We also have courses, we have people, mentors on YouTube where you go and watch their videos. Another thing is you can apply for financial aid on Coursera. That's one thing that most people don't know. I took a course on Coursera for free. I've never paid for any course on Coursera. You apply for financial aid, just go online, check and read more on financial aid, and you can get 100% scholarship. And I think that takes 14 to 21 days for approval, and you get any free course there. That way you can learn, and from there you continue on YouTube and you keep the right people around you. Build community in the niche you want. You can join design groups. Besides, we have groups on
Think it's network. Just be patient. All right, she'll be back. I think it's a network issue. All right, guys, please drop your questions on the comment section as we are waiting for her to join us and come back to the session. I think our network is a bit unstable, so please, if you've not introduced yourself, please kindly do that on the comment section. And also, we are currently running a free web development bootcamp. So if you've not joined our bootcamp, I will advise you to do that. Okay, so in our bootcamp, we are doing free web development training, and if you need to build a career in software development, specifically right now we are doing web development, and you want to build a career in this aspect, I will recommend you join our training. So let me drop the link here so you can join us on Telegram and we get started. She's back. All right, we lost you, but you're back. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry
yes, I
about
was saying
that. Yeah, the
you can
last thing
join
we heard was
communities.
about after you mentioned financial aid on Coursera. You were about to say something about
Okay.
joining a network
Yes.
before we lost you.
Okay. So, like myself, after I finished taking this course, you need experience. That's the truth. Whether you learn, that's why I told you there's difference between certificates and certificates. Most people take courses, gather certificates, but they don't know what they are doing. You
Mm,
need to gain experience. You need to work. That's why I appreciate Igbo people. The way they do this freedom, they go, they learn skills, and they'll go and
okay.
learn from their master. I then they will do freedom for them. They'll understand business. That
Mhm.
is how tech skills are. But you need to know how. So certificate lecture is abstract. No matter what, you go to class, do all those English, have these practical skills. I learned on my first job. In fact, the first time, I will never forget these people because I keep appreciating them, because I did not believe in myself. I had imposter syndrome. After I finished the course, I came online. When I see other designers work, I'm scared. I feel I will not be able to deliver. How do they do this? When
Mm,
I see the way the screen, their MVP, transform from this screen to the next screen, how do they do this? How do they run up? I did not know how to do all of that, and they were willing to pay me. I even told them not to pay me for my first job. I just wanted to be an intern to learn. But they told me
mm.
no, at least they can maybe buy my data and all of that. But I was scared, but I actually learned on my first job. So that's the most important thing. You have to learn under someone. Have mentors. That is another important thing. Even after you know this skill, you have to work under someone who has this experience. It will go a very long way. Whenever you have difficulties, you cannot know everything. Even these people who design, myself, I still consult people. So you have to
Mhm.
have someone who has experience more than you. to mentor
Yeah.
under.
Yeah. Wow. That's a whole lot. Thank you so much. So, guys, the basics are still important. Go for the basics. Try to get a foundation. And when you are done, even if you have a certificate, get a certificate, as she said.
Yes,
So,
that's
right? Certificates are not enough. They are good as signs and proof of what you know, right? But we need to see practical proof of that as well. Okay, so when you are when you are practicing, it gives you an edge, no matter what. Most of the times you feel like you've known a lot until you're confronted with real life issues. I see that a lot in engineering. Some persons go out there and they take courses. At some point, you even start forgetting some of the things you've been learning. One of the ways, yeah, exactly. Someone has been taking a course for the last 8 months and you're not practicing, you're not doing
you
anything.
can
So
imagine.
how do you how
Exactly.
like you get the point? How do you want to still retain the knowledge after a while? So one way you need to one of the things you need to do is that you need to ensure that your hands are on practice. It is what we call hands-on experience, right? You need them, and you can only get them in the industry. Okay, so like she mentioned, you can replicate what other people are doing. So you go out there, you see designs on LinkedIn, you see designs on X, you see designs different places. Try to replicate it and post it and make boost about it, even if it's not fine. Okay, you see, sometimes you need to bring your your product and let's say your samples online so people can criticize it. So you get to see someone who has your time. Some people have your time, they can come. If it's on X, they have your time, they can come and criticize it very well, and you go to improve. Some will insult you, but it's not bad. Yeah, some will insult you, but it's not bad. Just accept it. It's a growth process, right? And if you have an opportunity for internship, please go and do internship, and they must not pay you. In one of the sessions, one of the last session, our speaker was telling us that once you are done learning, the next thing is to practice, and he mentioned that you must not practice with a job, even if you don't have a job. Go around the street, look out for people. See a businessman, tell him I want to design a UI UX interface for your business. Person say, I don't need a UI UX interface. I don't need anything. Say you need it. So I don't need it. So I will do it for free. Do it. Do it. Use it as a sample. Even if the person at the end of the day doesn't give you anything, yes, you are gaining the experience. It's just a matter of time. And one thing about tech that I've also come to understand is that tech pays for value. They pay you for your value. They are not
True.
paying you just you can spend 100 hours doing something, and if it doesn't come up with real value, people nobody will pay for it. You can spend 10 minutes doing something that has real value and people will pay for it. You see it. Tech pays value. So no matter the certificate you have, if your certificate is not bringing in value, nobody will pay you. Okay, if you have experience and you have knowledge and it's bringing in
True.
value, people will pay for it. Okay, so please, beyond the learning, of course there are a lot of platforms out there. She has mentioned YouTube as one of them. Okay, so you go to YouTube, look for free courses, look for free materials online in different places, get them, practice, and at the end of the day, make sure you have something to show for what you are doing. That is certificate. You see it. So show for it, and yeah, it's a good place to start from. All right, all right. So okay, someone here is asking a question. He said, think he said, can someone start learning coding at 29? Yes, of course. Why can't you learn coding at 29? 29 is a whole lot. You are not too old, you are not too young.
True.
In fact, it's very good, right? So I will advise you, like she mentioned, get materials, get the basics, and then look for mentors. Find a way to walk around, even if people are not ready to mentor you. Just find a way to do something. Okay. If you can look for internship, good. If you can't find internship, go on GitHub. Yeah, a lot of open source projects. Join one and start working with them. You will learn from them. Some seniors out there are really looking out to help people out. Someone like me, okay, so I help beginners a lot. All right. So if you are serious and a beginner, you come to my circle, I will give you a project and I will actually supervise it and I'll help you to grow. In fact, currently we are doing a web development bootcamp and it's for free. We started on Tuesday. This is our second class and it's for free. So for people who are looking at starting a career in web development, I think I dropped the let me drop the link again. So if you're looking at starting coding, just join this our Telegram community. It's our Telegram community. So you come there, you ask questions, and we do live coding, we do live training as well. So you gain mentorship from me as well. All right. So feel free to start your coding career at 29. If even if you're 30, 40, 50, you can start as long as you have the energy to start. Okay. So Adeola, you are welcome. You all of you are all welcome to today's session. Sorry, this session is taking long because of the back and forth we'll be having with network, and we'll be coming to the end of it very soon. Thank you so much, Joy, for the patience. It takes a lot of patience, to stay in a call like this when network is going off and on. It's not really easy. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. So now, before we, go down to the last part of it, well, some people say that design is all about, looking fine, beauty, while others say that it's about how easy to use. Between looks and ease of use, between looks and ease of use, which one matters more in design, and which area will you like advise beginners to focus on?
Okay. If you notice, it's called UI UX, meaning they work
Yeah.
simultaneously. They work
Okay.
simultaneously. The interface and experience.
Okay.
But first, I will advise experience first.
Okay.
Because if the app is not easy to use, I just log on, I'm just finding it difficult. I'm not interested. Do you understand? You
Mm-hmm.
have to think, but I feel they work together. But if the app has to be easy to use, let the experience come first. If it's not easy, because now you see some people, they are developers now that don't know how to design. So what they just do the input field, you know, they just design the input field
Somebody
to
like
log
me,
in.
use me as an example. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what people do. You just do the input field, and so that at least, but it's easy to navigate. That way,
Mm-hmm.
anyone knows that, okay, if I enter, I'm supposed to log in. But you see, there are some apps that they don't even put that into consideration. They just do it anyhow. You don't even know where the button is supposed to be. Am I supposed to go left or right? I will just swipe off because I don't even know how to go back. So the experience is very important first. With time, most apps, if you notice, with time, the design changes, they upgrade the app, but first, with time, you can always up- update the app and do other designs, but let it be easy to use. So the experience first.
Yeah, I believe it. I opened a website 2 days ago, and I've not logged in before. Like I've not registered on this app, and I'm seeing
Mm,
is it sign in? I should log in. I said I've not registered. Why are you saying I should sign in? I seen it.
you see,
So it made me to start looking for the registration button everywhere. So I started looking for the
you can
registration
imagine.
button in different places. I say, where is register? Okay, now because of my usability experience, I said, let me try signing in. Maybe that's how it works. So I clicked on sign and now saw if you don't have an account, register here. I seen it. So, but that could have saved me the whole lot of stress I passed through trying to look for the registration button and all those stuff if
Yeah.
they had done a good job. I seen it. So if not because I needed that app, let's say I needed it, if not because I would have just decided to quit searching for the registration button. So it's very important, very, very important. No matter how beautiful your app looks, if people come in and the experience is terrible, they might not continue using it. Okay, so guys, you can see it. Your attention, pay very much attention to experience, but even at that, don't design work. Let it still look beautiful. But I believe, like you mentioned, it can always appreciate. So, but we need to have something, yeah,
Yes.
at least nice looking, and then from there we can
And
improve. Uh, Yeah, go on.
now I
You
said
wanted to
easy
say
to
something?
use, but although they work.
Yeah,
Now, I was just laying emphasis on easy to use, but at the same time, they work simultaneously, the interface and
yeah.
the experience. Although
Oh,
you can make it easy to use, and with time, grade the design.
Okay.
Most apps
Yes.
upgrade with time. Even WhatsApp, if you
Yes.
notice, face has changed over time. So,
Yeah.
but let it be easy to use. Over time, those are things that can be updated.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, guys, yeah, keep dropping your questions. We are going to attend to all the questions towards the end of the session. We are coming very close to the end of the session. I'm sorry. So, I hear a lot about design principles, and when I compare them to principles in development and engineering, I also know how important principles are. Okay, so I've had experience that if you neglect principles, you are gonna come back and repeat and kind of pay for it. It's always expensive whenever you are neglecting principles. It could be principle that guard maintenance, usability, security, flexibility, and so many things that principle provides, right? So when you trade them off and you want to, maybe you want to do it the fastest way, want to do the easy way, there's always a backside of it, right? So now, for those who want to like create products people will actually enjoy, what are the key principles that every young designer should keep in mind, right? Okay, so let me go over the question again, right? So I
Yes,
was
please.
talking about design principles. Yeah, I said that
Okay.
for those who are or who want to create products that people will actually enjoy, someone who is looking out to start a UI UX career, or someone who is in UI UX career and is trying to make a design for a product that people will enjoy, right? So what key principles should every young designer keep in mind?
Okay. When it comes to principles, design principles, we have different principles. So, but let me not
Okay.
dive deep into
Okay.
that because that's when you read. But if it comes to, are you trying to ask me startups that you think will sell more, or what principles are you referring to, please?
Okay, I'm talking
Like in
about
terms of design.
okay.
Okay.
Mm, principles that make up for ease to use and aesthetics, like beautiful designs,
Good.
maybe
Okay. Okay. I
around.
get your
Yeah.
question. That was where I
Okay.
was talking about design system.
Okay.
Even if
Okay.
you go on YouTube, if you search for design system is another different thing. You see, design system, auto layout, those are the two key things I would advise anybody starting design to know. It makes
Wow.
life easy for you. If you know how
Okay.
to use auto layouts, you know, we have what we call responsive designs.
Yeah.
Responsive design in the sense that you can switch it from a mobile view to a desktop view, a tabbed
Yeah.
view, or a
Yeah.
smartwatch. So now,
Mm,
if you know how to use auto layout, you don't necessarily have to design for mobile app, come back and design the desktop view, go and design for smartwatches, then design for tablets. It's a whole lot. But if you know how to use auto layout, by the time you design for one screen, you can just easily switch it to a mobile screen or a smartwatch or tab. If you also know how to use design system, in fact, if you can design one design system, you can use that for any design you want. It's
mm,
already in your Figma file under assets. Highest, you
mm,
pick these fonts. You have the text field, you have the subheading, you have the body text, you have different fonts. Then you just go and that's why I said Figma is one of the most easiest tools for any designer.
mm,
You don't have to go and start typing from scratch and saying no, this font for here. Now you can design for someone and he will change the design for the first page and say he doesn't like this. If you
mm.
did not use the design system, how will you go and change for each screen? But if you have a design
That's a lot.
system, once you change it from the from the main system, that particular line, it affects every other field on that line. So you need to understand design system and auto layout. That's one of the simplest way to make life easy for you as a designer.
Wow. Wow.
And most people who are designers neglect those things. They just
Wow.
design basic design, but that's another skill every designer needs to know how to use.
Wow. Wow. That's a whole lot because it sounds so easy for people who are hearing it right now. But I see
It
she
is.
has saved you. She has saved you years of headache. I know what it feels like. There was a point in my life, in my tech journey, I never knew anything like principles. I just come on and do things as long as it worked, right? So over years, I was forced by experience to learn principles because I see people experience ease where I am struggling. Okay, so I'll be struggling with something, especially with maintenance, especially with updates, scalability, and some of those things, like you said, responsiveness. So you see someone spend maybe an hour doing a work you would have spent 5 days or one week doing. That should make you ask
Exactly.
some questions. And why is it so? So you get the point. So for someone doing the auto layout, I understand that responsiveness will be very, very smooth and easy for the person. And also it will be, I think one thing again that I also see about designs are that so many things are coming up in design. For instance, there are Figma to code tools, like you can use to convert Figma to code. And I've also experienced some product designers who their designs are not compatible with those tools, possibly because of the way they did their layouts and some of the things, right? So I think with the help of some of these your like cutting edge technologies, it will make you to design have a design that is compatible with other cutting edge technologies like AI tools and the rest, right? So guys, I think we have to wrap it up here. This has been a super amazing session, and I must thank Joy for the knowledge that she has bringing here, to all of us, for us to get started and also have the right knowledge that will make you walk and move faster in your career. One of the things that she mentioned was that you need time. Design needs time. It's not something you just jump on and you are out the next minute, right? She mentioned 1 year. Yes, it's true. I was telling somebody that you need 9 months, 12 months to learn properly. And the person was like, can't I do it under 2 weeks or 3 weeks? I say, what do you mean? You can't do it under 2 weeks. It will show, right? It will show when you are when you rush, when you do it in a hurry, and you can't spend quality time on something and invest resources on it and not have that level of edge above someone who didn't spend that much time. All right, so there's always this a place of you being patient and being flexible with accepting the fact that it takes time. All right, nobody jumped on design and became good. You heard her mention that she learned design with her first job. It was not a dating, right? So it was a whole lot of iterative learning. You do this, it doesn't work, you come back and redo it, and you make sure it starts working. Okay, so guys, the the outline, the pattern, the structure that you need to take, the whole thing has been given. First of all, you need to understand the basics. When you are done understanding the basics, you can go for the hard things, and then you should go for practicals. Look out for internship. Find a way to practice. Ensure you are practicing. Don't learn forever. As you are learning, you put it. Try to get a mentor. Look for someone online who is also there. Follow her on LinkedIn. Sometimes she drops posts about design. When she drops a post, go and comment on her post and ask her questions. She has the time, she will attend to you. It's part of the ways you go through mentorship. When you follow someone on the internet and you replicate or do what they are doing, or you try to follow their progress, try to follow their growth system, you can grow as well. So don't be in isolation, things that nobody wants to see. I don't want anybody to see what you are doing. Come online and talk about what you are doing. These are ways you can network. She mentioned networking, joining teams, joining groups, and finding inspiration from what other people are doing as well. Okay, guys. So AI is here to help you. So if you don't even know where to start, go to ChatGPT, go to Grok, look for any of these AI tools, ask them, give me an outline on how to on what I need to learn to start a UI UX design career. They'll give you the outline. Go to YouTube, look for those outlines, look for courses on those outlines, look for courses on the topics that AI has suggested to you, right? And learn those topics. If you don't find it helpful, she also mentioned financial aid for them. This is super insightful. Yeah, thank you. Mentioned financial aid on Coursera. Coursera has very nice courses, very comprehensive courses, so you can go for that. But if you don't find it, stay on YouTube. You can also see anything you want on YouTube, and then always join a session like this. Is very important to when you don't get to hear from experts. Randomly, it's very hard to find experts speak, so you need to find it where they are, look for them where they are, places like Ascend. Try to join us every Thursday. We always have something to tell you. We always have something to share with you from expert, and not just me. Other people are joining. Joy joined us today, and I know some other time in the future she will also come and help us again and share experiences with us. Right. So experience is key in terms of user design. So learn how you can make your designs very smooth and have nice experience. She mentioned design system, and she mentioned auto layout. So these are things she said are very good for anybody who is starting a design career in 2025. Guys, I feel like this is a whole lecture and she has said a lot. Thank you so much, Joy. So, but before we go,
You're
what
welcome.
is your last word for beginners? What encouragement do you have for them? Or do you have to tell them? Just kind of the last piece of advice.
Well, what I would say is believe in yourself. That's it. Don't, yeah, in as much as I say look up to people, but do not have imposter syndrome. Myself, I had imposter syndrome. I design things and I'm scared to post them online. Post it, talk about it. It's all part of the growing process. It's a process. They say Rome wasn't built overnight. It's a process and you will grow from there. In fact, we learn from our mistakes. So whatever you do, post, talk about it. People criticize it, you learn. Yes, continue what you're doing. Someone will definitely appreciate, no matter what, someone is seeing what you're doing. And that's how we grow. Don't look down. No matter who, whatever you see online, everyone started from somewhere. So it's okay to not have good things, but it's okay to learn and it's okay to grow. Just believe in yourself, and nothing is hard. Whatever you want to do, you can always achieve it. Nothing is hard.
Seriously. I accept it. I accept it. Nothing is hard. They
Nothing
told
is
me this too, and I agree. Nothing, nothing is
nothing
hard.
is hard.
Okay, so all you need to do is consistency. All you need to do is keep pushing. Right. Someone is asking, how do I get opportunity for internship to sharpen my skill on LinkedIn? They are there on LinkedIn. When you
There
go
are
to
lots of
LinkedIn, a lot of
opportunities
them
here.
are on LinkedIn, and people hire on LinkedIn not just because they want to hire. They also hire people who are serious minded, who are putting in effort. So most times when you apply for jobs on LinkedIn, the first thing they do is that they go through your profile. Okay, they look at what you have been doing. Okay, so if you have been posting posting your work for the last 3 days, for the last 1 week, 1 month, 5 weeks, and they see it that you have been putting in effort, they will accept you into internship. But when they come and they see nothing, it's more like you don't know what you are doing. So please ensure that your profile on LinkedIn has the activities and all you are doing. It will help you to get internship opportunities quicker. All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. We are happy that you joined us today. Also, if you have not registered for our bootcamp, please do that. I drop the link and I also drop it. It's it should be on the description of this video. All right. So join the bootcamp is for free. And this is Joy Buba. That's her name everywhere. Okay. Go on LinkedIn. Once you search, there's no Joy Buba. There are not two, just her. So go on LinkedIn, search her, follow her around anywhere she goes on the social media. Follow her on LinkedIn, follow her on X, Joy Buba, follow her on Instagram, follow her on Facebook, follow her everywhere, please. You will enjoy doing that, especially if you have a thing for tech. And I'm here too, Prince Chusomaga. Follow me if you like my face. Follow me, it's not a bad thing. All right. So if you don't like my face and you like what we are doing, still follow me. You can gain value from me as well. Right. So also follow
Yeah.
Softzenith. Softzenith is everywhere. We are on Twitter. We're on X. Yeah, that's X. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Follow us. And Thank you all guys for joining us, and we wish you an amazing evening. Good night.